going down to the boat. We're going in October. We usually go in November, but the way the moon's fallen, we have to go early. They've done half the survey and it's looking not too bad, so we'll see how it all goes.
Let's just hope the boat runs well and there's some prawns out there. Would we have got out at this time around the other slip?
Yeah.
Looks like the keel's late again.
I had to do a lap around the block to wait for you.
As high as you want your human keel. It's way too high right now.
Time to put the hammer down.
Got here this morning, we're going to drop anchor. We'll drop it now.
I was just talking shit about you forgetting the anchor rope. Looking forward to the first night. Hopefully we'll get that 4-ton night. I've been looking for. All the bad memories are coming back. But keen to kick off the new season. Haven't cooked prawns yet, but I guess I'm the only qualified chef on the boat, so I'm the man to do it.
We're gonna have a little nap before we get going. Just woken up, had about 1 hour of sleep. The first night away, so be good to be back here in about 25 hours. I'll be back in here resting up again.
Your hair looks like a 1960s housewife or something. Like they wear them up. We're just about to pull the anchor and head out for the first night of fishing.
Let's catch some prawns.
Good. Stop it.
And then just press it again. Pork palmies for dinner. Usually gets us our 2 ton. Old deck boss is struggling to eat his chips. Yeah.
over and done with. Looks like the number one Jenny is pissed oil everywhere. Not good. That Jenny's. We're gonna have to set up the dip bins now. We'll just have to dip the prawns. We won't be able to cook them. They're starting to pile up. How's that crawl?
Just sweeping them in, mate.
Pretty happy?
Yeah. Satisfaction levels are high.
Thank God. Literally have not had 1 minute break the entire night. Generated pretty well. Dropped its whole guts on the ground and up the wall. Not really sure what's going on in there. I've just been so snowed under.
The human keel has not left that belt since 9 o'clock. He's just been there every minute of the night.
There's probably still about 7 hours of processing. And then we'll have to rebuild this gen set. And then maybe we'll get half an hour's sleep before we shoot away.
Safety light on because I'm about to jump over the side. Doing 2 bags. Good thing we make no money out here.
One on top of the other like it's been all night long. Bastards just keep coming.
Well, I asked for a 4-ton night and I'm regretting it pretty quick. I'm never cooking a 2-ton palmy either.
How do you boys go? Yeah. It'd be mid-morning at least. And there's just so many prawns still to go.
We got prawns here. We got prawns here. We got prawns in there. Some prawns here. We got prawns there. We got prawns in here. Is this how you run your back deck, mate? We got prawns in there.
I don't even need to.
Can't help it, the deck boss couldn't keep up with his grading.
Like, you were out here all night. probably only 200 pound in that. We'll get that one. That feels real heavy.
These brines are nice and cold. They keep the prawns fresh until we're ready. And we won't be ready for another 4 hours by the looks of this shit show.
There might not even be any point cleaning this boat up.
Just gonna stand at the processing table. First shot from the next night will still come up.
This is a nightmare. Got a big night, Keel.
Yeah, mate. Gotta love it. Oh, that bed's looking pretty good right now.
Pretty keen.
Yeah.
So what happened to that 4-ton night? You went with 4.
Well, I reckon we would have cracked it if we had a couple more hours up our sleeves.
Getting right into that. It was an absolutely massive night. Got about 4.5 hours sleep. It's the biggest summer night we've ever had on this boat. So this is last night on the first shot. You can see oil just starting to leak out there. So what's actually happened is one of our oil lines is split there, and then it just goes bad. That was our gen set we were using to run the cooker, so we had to stop cooking and just put everything as dipped, which isn't great for summer because people won't cook prawns. But yeah, it was a big clean up. That is a lot of prawns.
You said you wanted that 4-ton night.
Yeah, I know.
No more prawns, please. No more.
Third shot of the night. I think we're already at about 500 kilo, maybe a ton what's in the hopper as well. Got the brine cranking it because we're overflowing a fair bit, so yeah, she's going to be another 12-houry.
Jackson said big bags inbound. Moved over to Mikey. happy. Keel is not happy. That's the end of the night. It was a long one. Probably still got about 6 hours of processing all these brine bags. 15 bags in here. Then we can go to bed. Well, actually, I think we've got to fix this Jenny after that, so. How you feeling, Tommy?
Yeah, alright. I want to say.
Been loving it?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Nah. We're just gonna get these prawns out of the brine now. Show you how to do it. Nice kill. We've got too many fish, so we're gonna have to move some boxes out of the snap now to accommodate more fish. The top 2 rows, because they'll be the most frozen.
Probably need 3.
Yeah. There's no pace. You can set that you can keep up. Whatever you do, you're just constantly losing all night. That's alright.
Still packing.
We got like 15 crates outside, and they're all you fish.
I thought you were done.
Dylan had about 700 kilos in the brine. He wasn't joking when he said that. Oh well, hopefully we're in bed early this afternoon.
For a good 2-hour nap before we do it all over again.
Keel. Just sweeping.
That's literally what he did for 12 hours. There's no point in a human needing to do that job.
That's machine.
You just need a pole just there to push it in, but he still had to sit there.
He's ended up hurting his arm by grazing it so hard on the mat.
Just a shot after shot. Just constant. So we just picked up the mechanic and just got him down the engine room.
He reckons they're all good to go now. We've just finished packing away all the prawns, so I think it's 11:30, so it was a long day. No breaks at all. How are you feeling after that night?
Pretty sore. I think I need to book in for a new spine.
We've caught what we thought we were going to catch in 2 days. And it feels like it.
That's what 4 hours of sleep will do to you. And about 30 hours of work.
I'm actually rooted.
We have to get up so early.
What? What do you mean so early? Don't we get a sleep-in skip?
No, we can't.
No
We
sleep-in.
we have to do the snap, we have to service that jetty, we have to figure out where to fish.
Yeah.
Dates.
So, look, we're all up by 1:30.
At the latest.
How you feeling this morning, mate?
We've had
Pretty
3
tired.
hours sleep. Need to pull 2.5 ton out the freezer. Need to fix the nets. Need to service the jetty. Need to steam to the fishing ground.
Just rubbing a bit of Voltaren in my back. Literally on fire right now. And this tube's gonna be empty real quick.
Alright,
It's actually a really nice day. Yeah.
Alright, we got that generator part fixed, but we still need to service it, so we'll head down the engine room and do that.
tonight, but we're just patching up a few holes.
We haven't got time to mend this, and we don't have any net on board, so we forgot to put it on, so we're just using brine bag. I think Crowy would be very unhappy with this.
But he's not here. Let's have a look at him.
Catch area.
Keel's got a ramen on the cook.
Yeah, she's smelling pretty good.
It's been a couple of very busy days to start the trip. We don't usually catch like this in summertime. How'd you go with that 20-hour shift, Tommy, yesterday?
Oh, I love prawns. It's my favourite job. I'll do anything else in the world.
The hydraulics isn't working now. It's just cutting out, so just literally fixed the generator this afternoon. The oil filter's changed over, topped it up, and it's all running good. And we were picking up the anchor, and the hydraulics is just knocked out. And it's you try to turn it on a few times, but it looks like that temperature over temp's coming on. So maybe it's something to do with the Keel cooling or whatever it's called. I don't know. I've only done a 2-week course, so I don't really know anything.
He said just keep filling it up until it's like halfway full.
This one?
Yeah, I'm sure that's the head tank.
8 o'clock now, meant to be shooting away at 8:30. The boys are just in there trying to get these hydraulics sorted. All the other prawn boats out there, all ready to go, so hopefully we don't miss out on any fishing, but it's looking like we might.
We're running very late. We tipped more water into the coolant line. It might have been low, so hopefully it doesn't overheat again, but the worst case scenario, your gear's down and you can't get it back up, so it's a bit scary.
Pick this anchor up now and hopefully start fishing soon. I just don't know why Roger's not here. He's our man for this job. Where the hell is Roger?
So we've got the cooker going tonight. We got the Jenny fixed. They're done.
I reckon this will be it here. Yeah, breakfast, please.
Well, you better get those beans.
Yeah, I'll get the beans on.
I did the beans.
You did the toast.
I did the beans.
You buttered
I
the
buttered
toast.
the toast.
Just woken up. There might be a chance of a night off, but it's pretty slim right now.
Cook dinner, I guess, while you go down to the freezer, mate.
You're coming down the freezer with me.
you know, having lots of fun on the boat when you're having nightmares about passing boxes all night.
You're so scripted, mate.
Good down there.
Got down the freezer.
The efficiency of this thing. These are the new boxes. If you see them in a shop, give them a try. If you don't see them in a shop, don't buy them. Everyone else's prawns are shit.
It's really windy tonight. It's definitely pushing 25 knots and it'll be more out in the middle of the Gulf. So the committee there decided that the fleet won't fish tonight, and the boys are going to be very happy when I tell them. So let's go tell them. We're having a night off.
Are we?
Yeah.
Let's go! Let's get out of here.
Leave it all. We're two pretty massive nights and we're still catching up. We need a well-deserved rest.
Treating the boys tonight on the night off with a nice prawn pasta. Got our fresh Spencer Gulf prawns here. They don't get much better than that.
With the Keel because it's the perfect excuse to get him to cook a good meal and you don't have to help him.
Oh my god. This is what we do on the nights off. We just re-watch footage of the Keel sweeping prawns in.
There's nothing better than just seeing the Keel working hard. If you want, look at that.
This is it.
That's the moment. Lining up his arm, ready to go. We've had the night off. Everyone's well rested. Keel's got a bit of a sore finger.
I think it's infected, but I don't know what from.
Let me see.
I can't
Face it this way. Yeah, that looks pretty red and sore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's from that top little wound.
Yeah, well, that's where I dug around with the knife to try and find it, like the prick, but I couldn't find anything. Maybe that's what did it too. Digging around with a knife.
With a dirty,
sterilised.
a dirty knife. The weather looks a little bit better tonight. There's a few boats here. Hopefully there's a few prawns out there. Nothing special the other night, really.
Further inside shot one, but sort of Night Stalker went in there and only did one run.
We did it last night, remember? Keel's just swapped over that block because it got pulled out in the morning when we were bringing the gear on. I was heavily fatigued and didn't see it was caught up, ripped the block off, went flying, almost hit Jackson in the head.
Very keen to go again tonight. Make some more money. That's about it.
Probably time to head home, I think. Head home and get a haircut.
Just go ask the Keel if he's washed his top deck off yet. Keel, mate. Have you washed that top?
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
No, I said, yeah, I need to. I was just putting.
Just thought you'd clean up down here first. Classic Keel.
We've just dropped the anchor. It's a bit bumpy out here, so hopefully we can sleep, but we've made the trek. We're the only couple boats who have come here, so hopefully we do well here tonight. We had to leave because we were doing shit. We caught nothing. So we're trying something else. See if there's prawns here.
We'll go to bed now and wake up in a few hours and start it all again.
Good night. It was a bumpy day, up and down on the anchor. We put up with it and we're here, and there's going to be heaps of prawns.
I hope not.
I hope there's enough just to make it worth it.
Yeah, be pretty depressive. It's just there's nothing here.
It's been a big trip, but it's slowing down now, so.
How you feeling, Prawn?
Yeah, I felt better.
Got a few dolphins off and down here after we picked up the anchor. That one. I don't know, it's pretty cute. A pot of dolphins. How's your night, Keel?
Had a its ups and downs.
Disappointed the knife don't go longer. It's not on a board for longer. You're starting to get morning now.
Pretty nice morning out here in the Gulf. Not many more days to go, you never know. Anyway, it was a good night. Nice and easy.
Just gotta grapple these buoy lines. That actually wasn't bad. See the keel up there? No respect for anybody.
No respect for other workers on the deck.
He didn't even warn us.
It's actually the first time he's started from the top and worked his way down. Absolutely zero respect from that bloke over there. Just woken up, Keel.
Why is it every morning I have a camera in my face?
Not a bad afternoon.
Yeah.
It's calming off a little bit. We fished here last summer and did pretty well. Hopefully we can get some tonight.
Let's get into it.
He does it with a smile on his face still.
Banked up here tonight across 7 days. Prawn.
We're currently inundated with prawns. The skipper's even on the belt here. There's currently no one driving this boat.
I don't know who's driving this boat, but they got us on the shot. We're in the shit here.
Turns out he actually doesn't do much up there if he can be down here at the same time.
There's way too many prawns. I don't want my 4-ton line anymore.
I'm getting over this shit. I tell you what, if anyone wants a job, there's going to be a few going. I reckon the human Keel's out of guts full as well.
Haven't sat down for not even 30 seconds. Haven't even had a glass of water since 8 o'clock last night. And we've still got about another ton in the hopper to go.
Oh man.
We've got that much stuff down there. This is going to take till lunchtime at least to get through. Guess it's a beautiful sunrise. Come over here and have a look at this. Just a little bit of joy about that much. There's hours and hours of work to do yet, so not really what we were hoping for, but well, it is, but not this much. Nobody wants this much. But you know what they say, when you have big catches, you get low prices. I'd imagine we're getting set up for some record low prices this year. We've had a good trip and we'll get a rude shock when we get that paycheck. But hey, we're out here for the love of it. We're having some issues with our cooker. We've got 3 separate elements. One of them's not working. It's dropping this circuit breaker here out. And you can see this contactor here is burnt out. We're just going to plumb that load side straight into the circuit breaker and bypass these switches. Should get it going.
People are saying that we need to be reported for our electrical work. I invite them to come out here and cook for the next 12 hours with 2 elements.
And you may have heard before, there's no laws at sea. So this is a lawless
Society.
The cooker's back in action now.
So far, still going there. Skip's on the job for cooking. Got Tommy still on the belt. We've still got another hopper to go, so she's going to be a late one.
It's 12 o'clock now. I've literally been at this processing table pushing prawns in a box for I think since about 8 o'clock last night, so that's 16 hours straight. Still like 800 kilos out there.
Might get into bed by 3 and get up by 3:30, so.
Still got so many to go. Looking forward to that 20-minute nap before we do it all over again.
Just getting these boxes down.
Too many.
It's almost 3 o'clock and we're just having brekkie. Just about to do a little bit of breakfast up before we jump into bed for an hour and have a nap. Is that a good night?
It was the worst night of my life.
What do you want?
Just give me how you're feeling after that night.
Shit.
Couple hours sleep. The boys are pretty defeated. You right there, mate? You need to start working.
That was a big shift. We better not catch like that again tonight because we literally can't handle that. We would be How's the night been so far?
Look at the hopper there, kind of says it all really. 2 nights in a row, no break.
Get a nice hot pie into you. How good's that look?
Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got 15, 21, 16.
We got prawns. We got prawns in the brine. We got a lot of prawns in the brine. We got prawns in the hopper. It's about to do his final bag, the human keel.
Yes, finally. A small bag to finish off.
depression all night.
Am I glad that's done? That was hell.
The hardest trip ever. Seriously, it was. We copped a beating, Croft's backs copped a massive beating, Tom's mental states copped a beating. I don't know how many will be returning next trip. I don't know if Tommy will be returning.
Work's not done yet. Still probably 6 to 7 hours of grading and stuff to do out there, so we'll get that all buttoned up and then a few hours of cleaning up and hopefully by 5 o'clock this afternoon I can call it a day. Still packing boxes.
It's not gonna end.
Farmers trying to fit all the boxes in the freezer at the moment. Keel sometimes doesn't tie the appropriate knots for the appropriate places and they end up extremely tight or tangled. One of our stabo is stuck up in its sort of block. So Jackson's just trying to knock it down. You drop them into these holes here.
Just woke up, slept for 13 hours and I'm still tired. Text the boys and they're the same. That was the trip from hell. But we caught a lot, so it's what you want, I guess, but not to that extent. We'll have a couple of days off now and unload and clean the boat up, so just keen to rest for a bit. How are you feeling about this unload?
It's alright.
Anything else?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's scary. Oh no. Now I'm under pressure. Been a nightmare down here. Not enjoying it.
Oh, over it.
So this is the new SA Wildfish Asia Mia prawn boxes. First trip. Make sure you look out for them in the shop. If you see them, they're the best prawns you can get in the world.
Another trip done. She was a big and miserable one, but we made it through. Got a few nets to fix in between and make, so get them sorted and chuck them back on the boat. So.
No, it was a hard trip. There wasn't much sleep towards the end of it or at the start, so we definitely needed a rest up for our next one.
Definitely the hardest trip we've ever done.
Hopefully the next trip is a little easier than that.
But still just as many prawns would be nice.
We appreciate all the kind comments. We always love reading through and seeing the kind ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No mean ones, please, because they make us sad. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And the Keel comments, they're always welcome. He loves them. Nah, thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Just pulled up at Tom's house here. We'll see how he's feeling about the trip.
It's not going to be nice out there.
No.
Just got a few things here. Anyway, trackies, shirts, pair of shorts. I got a bit of a list on the fridge. Toiletries, headphones, tablets. Just went to the doctor's yesterday and got my prescription of benzos, which they did not want to give to me. Okay, mate. This is just a map of the weather here we're looking at. There's Australia. We'll be heading out here tonight. It's probably the roughest part we can find. It usually stirs them up. If we can't find them there, we're probably going to head up here, just off the coast of Alaska actually.
We're heading out at about 6 o'clock tonight and it's not looking that great. We're going to be out here somewhere and it is quite windy, so it might be a bit of a rough trip up. We got the new guy. He reckons he's been on a cruise ship before, so hopefully that sort of seasoned him in a bit because it's going to be a little rough out there.
Crowy's left us. Crowy's not with us this trip, neither is Roger. We're going to be in all sorts of trouble if anything goes wrong on this boat, this trip. Even the smallest breakdown. Anything to do with that engine room is major news to us.
There's no point us even really going down there, just if someone breaks.
It's just going to be one of those things, start it up and just hope she runs till the end.
Nah, it is a bit scary going out there. We don't know much, but hopefully we get through.
Fuel, air, oil, all things that engines require. Please run properly.
So we just got a text sent out to the fleet that could be a delayed start, which would be very nice. So we'd spend another night at home.
We can only hope that they go ahead with delayed start and don't send us out there, but we're going to move the boat around now so the tide doesn't get us, just in case we have to go.
The reason they would delay it is because there's actually boats out there right now in the Gulf, and they're performing a stock assessment survey, which they go around to different parts of the Gulf and check how many prawns are around and how big they are, how small they are, and how much we're allowed to take for the Christmas time. So if it's too windy, it would be then delayed to the next night, which means the start of the Christmas fishing would be delayed to the next night after that. And we'll wait for the decision to be made tonight of whether we're leaving or not. So we brought the boat around.
We've done the stores. Fridge is all stocked up. Pantry. Lolly and chip drawer. That's all sorts of things, sauces, that sort of stuff. So if anyone's going to get a job on here, you know where it is. That's canned tomatoes, coconut milks, all that sort of stuff. Peanut paste. Got everything we need. I think all we got to do is go now.
But hopefully we don't.
Hopefully we don't. It looks like they're going to can it.
Boat's in the new berth.
Let's not be back here tonight.
So we just got the text to say that we're staying on land for another night because of the bad weather. And I'm going to give Tom a call. He's been constantly texting me for the last 4 hours saying we better not be going. I can't go out there. I'd rather be dead, all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to just tell him that we're going and see what he says.
Jackson.
Tom, I got the message.
Oh,
We're
no.
going.
I prayed.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I was waiting for you to say no, we're staying. You know, like I thought maybe you're joking. Are you joking?
Yes.
Oh, are we staying?
We're staying.
Yes. Yes. Thank God. There is a God out there. Oh, wow. What a relief. Jesus Christ.
As you can tell, he's pretty happy, so I think we'll leave it at that. Really, as a prawnie, you only work 55 nights a year, but if you can get a bit of bad weather to whittle that down to 50 nights, that's a win for everyone. So we're going to give the human Keel a call now and let him know.
There is
You have reached the message bank of.
Alright, so we'll try and get in contact with the human Keel through my phone.
You have reached the message bank of
I don't know what he's doing, but it's
883
not answering.
175.
This is what he's like out at sea. He's very unreliable.
Alright, last resort, we'll try him on the company work phone.
You have reached the message bank of 040.
I've gone and got Roger's phone. This is the big dog's phone, so he's got to answer this. Alright, we'll give him a call.
You have reached the message bank of 040.
Oh, he's hard meant to get a hold of.